What's going on, guys? So, I want to talk a little bit about a short that I made like a week ago on MNQ. This is a trade that I repeat every single day, both long and short. I love futures because it's singular focus. I'm focusing on one thing instead of like 10 different stocks. I do still do that, and I do still trade options, but sometimes options aren't doing anything, and futures is really moving. And sometimes futures isn't moving, and then stocks are really moving for an options trade. But this was a trade that I made on MNQ, and it was live recorded. So I want to show you a little bit of what I was looking at. We had a support area here on MNQ that was tested multiple times. You can see here the support area that I drew in. And then we had a resistance area right here. So we're trading within this range. What I don't want to do is trade inside that range. A lot of people do, like a lot of people try reversal trades, like they'll try to catch this bounce. It'll come up resistance and they'll try to catch this short. I have a much lower success rate trying to make those trades because a lot of times you'll get faked out, or you'll try to go long here and it'll just continue lower. So rule that I use for that is I don't go long when the stock's below its moving averages, and I don't go short when it's above its moving averages, right? So I wouldn't take a long until it's above its moving averages right up here, but I don't have any room to make any profit because there's not too much further it can go before it hits that resistance line. So that's too much risk of a trade for me. What I want to do is I want to wait till it breaks above that, it closes above that, and then look for continuation above. And you want to make sure it closes above because it can come right above it, wick, and come right back down. So you need that confirmation. The same to the downside, right? I want to make sure it closes below that support area and then look at the next candle for continuation. And you can see here why that's so important. We broke below multiple times below that support area, but we never closed, and it ended up holding that area. It never closed below. We never got confirmation to the downside. So this helps me make a better trade. It makes me be a little bit more patient and get confirmation to make a better trade that's likely to continue in that direction. It's a little bit more conservative, but is a higher win rate than trying to catch these little scalp breaks below and trying to make a little bit and possibly get chopped out and lose money versus getting into a trade that's much more probable to continue to the downside, and that's what I'm going to show you here. So we continued to bounce in this range, and I was really looking for a close below that support area. I stayed really patient. I waited till the candle closed, and then I entered on the next candle. And I'm going to play that forward for you so you can see what I did. And then another thing I do is I trade MNQ because I can buy more contracts and I can scale out. So you'll see me buy in, and then I'll slowly start to scale out. Once I go in the green, I get rid of one. Once I get down, 10, 15 points, I get rid of another contract. And then a lot of times that I hold on to one contract to see how far I can go, and a lot of times that one contract will make more money than the other contracts that I purchased. But I'm already in profit, so that one contract could go all the way back to where I bought it, and I would still make a little bit of money. So it's really important to scale out and try to let a little bit of your trade run. So I'm going to play this forward for you here. You can see we're really hesitant. It's looking like it may hold that support area again, and we're not getting that close. Starting to pull down. I'm going to fast forward. We're pulling down. It's still holding that support area. So because it wicked here, I don't want to get in this trade until it closes below this low, right? There are potential buyers in this area. You see it got bought up multiple times right here at this 21,543. I want to see a close and a breakdown below that. And at this point, while I'm watching this, I want to figure out my risk management and possible targets to hit. I want to try and get 20 points. And the other thing I'm looking for is 21,500. Why 21,500? That is the hold number. So it's a psychological number. Hold numbers are really important. As you can see right here, you have a kind of a hold number at 21,700. 21,680, 21,600. These kind of like whole number areas are really good to watch for support resistance or places to take profit. So you can see we continue to push down, push down. I'm going to fast forward just a little bit. We broke below, but I'm not entering this trade yet. I'm staying patient because it could wick again, just like right here. I want it to close, wait till the 5 minutes is up, we get a new candle, let that candle close, and then look for continuation on the second candle. It looks really good because you got this big red candle, and emotionally you just want to jump in. Oh, big red candle, I'm going to jump in. But you could easily get wicked out. Wait for that confirmation. I promise you, sometimes you'll miss out. Sometimes this thing will just continue rocketing down. But I promise you, if you wait for that close and that confirmation, you will not have to make as many trades, but you will be much more profitable and have a higher win rate waiting for that confirmation. I'm also looking at Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft, the whole tech sector, that they are coming down and breaking below their lows also in confluence with this trade. So we have the close below. Now I'm looking for that push down to enter this trade. We start to push down. I immediately enter once we broke below that wick. Sold 4 contracts against MNQ. Being patient. And I'm going to hold this as long as it stays below this bottom candle. I'll give it a little bit room above that, but I don't want to see it bounce right back up. So here we're just staying patient. I'm getting ready just in case it bounces. There we go. There it goes. I've sold 1 contract into profit. I'm watching that 21,500 whole number. I want it to stay below that. It pushes below that. I sell 1 more contract. This could bounce right back up to my entry, and I would still be in a little bit of profit. Just being patient, letting it run, keeping in mind that it has made this huge drop, right? It made it from 21,640 to 21,500 below. It's gone over 100 points down on this run. So keep that in mind. It's starting to get probably a little bit extended. It's starting to hold this 21,476. It starts to bounce, and then I exit the rest of my position. So for my entry, around 25,520, we'll say, to my last contract to 21,476. So we've got about a 40-point move here. Really good trade. See it's starting to get bought back up. And at this point, if you were still holding that 1 contract, you would start thinking about getting it out and locking in the rest of your profit. But I just want to show you a live trade, part of my thought process. And you can see once it broke below that support, you had a much more momentum instead of these little small wicks breaking down below. You had a lot more force behind it. Because the psychology behind this is the people that are thinking, oh, it might bounce here again, that start buying. And once it breaks below, they realize they're long and they have to sell their position. Not only are those people that were wrong on the trade are selling, you have new short sellers coming in and shorting it at the same time, giving you that volume to push it down even further. And you can see here, sorry, the play button's in the way, but the volume picked up as soon as it broke down below that support area. So really nice trade. It's super simple, and this is a trade that I look for every day in the short direction and in the long position. So if this went the other way, I would be doing the same thing, looking for a close above this resistance area, and then looking for that continuation candle to the upside in confluence with the tech sector, AMD, Microsoft, Nvidia. So I'll watch those charts on a different screen, or in the background I'll overlay a futures chart over top of it so I can see it all at once, and I'm not flipping the screen back and forth trying to type and flip-flop back and forth, because that can cost you some money or even miss your entry on your trade. But hopefully that helps you guys. Come back, like and subscribe, and comment anything that you would like to learn or like me to explain in further detail, and I'd be happy to make a video for you.